Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing an advice video, and this video is aimed really at any of you guys who want to come and live here as expats, whatever your age, and we're starting at the top of Beach Road. We're right at the north end of Pattaya Beach. In front of you can see the Holiday Inn and the Amari, and to the left the Dusit Thani. And then behind us, because it's low tide, we can actually walk down, if we can get past the rocks. That is the south end of Wangamat Beach, and we can walk all the way up there. Most people don't know you can do this, but you can only do it at low tide. Now, coming to live in a foreign country is really quite a dramatic change to your life, and the type of people who can handle that change best, in my opinion, are the type of people who are of an independent nature, who don't really need other people emotionally. Some people I've met in my life need other people around all the time, and they really cannot be alone. And that type of person, when they come to a foreign country, doesn't have anyone around them because they've left everyone behind that they used to know, and they have to start making new associations and friendships with other expats that they don't know. They're really strangers. Or with Thai girls who, again, they don't know. They're really strangers. You cannot trust people you only just met. So you cannot make emotional bonds with these people. You don't know them. You can't trust them. And what I say is, you really need to be of an independent nature, in my opinion, to be a successful expat. Then you won't get led astray. Occasionally, you do come across expats who have become destitute. They have no money at all and nowhere to live, and don't know what to do, and have to go to their embassy to help them try to get back to their home country. This happens quite regularly, and you don't want to be that guy. So why does this happen? Well, there are several reasons. The first one is bad planning. Now, most guys become expats because they are no longer happy in their own country, and they see this dream waiting for them in Thailand. But they don't really have enough money, so they get together whatever they can, whatever they can afford, which may be, say, $20,000 or pounds or euros, whatever currency you want to use, and think that will be enough to get them started. So they come to Thailand with a very small state pension sometimes, and say 20,000 of whatever currency you care to pick, and think, we'll get by, I'll manage. Now, to think like this is a huge mistake. It's really bad planning. And as I've said in previous videos, the absolute rock bottom minimum you need to live here is about $1,000 a month. That's rock bottom. And if your small state pension is less than that, which it can be in some cases, then you're going to be eating into your 20,000 of savings every month until it goes down and down. And after a year or two or three, it's gone. Then you have only a very tiny pension, which is not enough in many cases. So you become destitute. You cannot pay your way. This happens here, guys. Now, the guys that this happens to don't think ahead and imagine they will be able to get work when they come as additional income. But you cannot. Expats cannot work in Thailand. And what they should have done was plan some sort of online income, which they could rely on, so that they're not left destitute. So don't come here with a few $1,000s and think that it will be enough and you'll get by. Unless it's something like $500,000, which is invested and you're getting income from, then you'll be okay. All right? Another reason why guys go broke and have to go home is because they trusted people. And as I've said at the beginning of this video, you cannot trust strangers. Even If you're the same nationality or Thai girls, it doesn't matter. You cannot trust strangers. Some guys come here thinking they'll become a bar owner and buy a bar or buy into a bar. Many people do this. The problem is that sometimes the people you just got to know and invest money with will rip you off. I know one guy who spent half his savings buying into an existing bar, which was then running and open, and he bought a 40% share of the bar. And the guy who owned the 60% share was a complete scam artist. What happened was that after he'd sold the 40% to this other guy, the major shareholder then closed the bar and closed the company the bar was under and completely renamed the bar and set up a new company and reopened the bar a month later in a new name as a completely different bar with the same staff. Now the new guy has lost his 40% completely. That's gone. And the bar is open and running, but he now owns 40% of a bar that no longer exists. That sort of thing happens here. Another example of this is when trusting guys think, oh, I'll just open a bar and make money. And they trust someone like a new mama-san that they employ, who then uses her own staff, and you buy the bar, and she is an employee, but the problem is she is running the bar. And you've never run a bar before in your life and have no idea how it's done, and the mama-san absolutely rips you off left, right and centre. And the bar apparently doesn't make money except for the mama-san and her staff, who sometimes are her family. That sort of thing happens. The staff will steal all the profits if you don't know what you're doing and you've never run a bar before. I know one bar owner who this happened to, and he told me this exact story. Now, as far as making money while you're in Thailand is concerned, you really will be much better off working alone and working online. That's my opinion. If you know how to do it, you should set up an online business of some sort, which you start before you leave your own country, and you establish it before you leave your own country, and make sure it's working and making money before you leave your own country. That's how you plan it. And so when you do come and live here, you have an existing, running, profitable online business that you can support yourself with, in addition to perhaps your pension. Now, another way that an expat ends up going broke is because they trusted a Thai girl, the new love of their life that they've known for just a couple of months. What happens is that the girl sees the guy has money and she love bombs him, something which he's never experienced before in his life, and he completely falls for it. So he moves her in with him, and she starts with the manipulations. This usually starts with helping out her family with various problems, which only his money can fix. Then it moves on to something like, we're in love. We should plan our future and have a house together. And just by chance, my mother happens to have some spare land in my village. So we're very, very lucky. We don't need to buy any land. We can just build a house there on my mother's land for us to live in together for the rest of our lives. Now, you guys listening will understand the scam, but if you imagine a guy who is completely in love with the girl and thinks that she is in love with him because she's told him so often during the love bombing, it sounds and feels so real. And some guys go ahead and do it. And it doesn't stop there. She wants a car and something for her brother as well. After all, we're all family together, aren't we? We're going to get married in the end. So we should help each other out. She'll say something like, my brother wants to start a handyman business and he needs a pickup truck. I want us to buy him one. And then when he gets work, he will pay you back. Can we buy my brother a pickup truck, darling, please, honey? And it doesn't come out until many months later, after she's split up with you and kicked you out of the house which you've just built on her mother's land, the house which she owns, that the guy posing as her brother is actually her husband. And everything was a setup from the start. Now, before we go on to the last reason why guys go broke, please subscribe and share the video because it really helps the channel. And please click the Instagram link below, which shows you the Patreon clips. And if you like them, you can join Patreon. You'll love it. It's really, really good. Okay, let's get on with the last reason why expats go broke. Now, another thing which can happen is that you find a good girl, a really good Thai girl, and you get together with her and you start living together, and she obviously tells her family about her new boyfriend. Now, to a poor Thai family, to hear that her daughter has hitched up with a well-off foreigner, it's a bit like winning the lottery. And that applies to everyone in that family, not only the parents, but the grandparents and the uncles and aunts and brothers and sisters. Everyone in that family is now aware that this girl has access to foreign money. And although she may be a good person, she has obligations to her family, and her family will make damn sure she honors those obligations. And they will push and push and push for money. And she won't be able to say no, even though she might actually have real feelings for you and even love you. She has those same feelings for her family. So she's torn, and the family will always win. So she may not be a scammer, but the family are. This is the problem you're up against with almost all Thai girls who come from poor families. Poor families will want to bleed every penny out of you. And because you know she's really a good woman, some men will not want to let her go. And they will accede to the family's demands to a point where the guy's finances are seriously depleted. And it can get worse than that. You can actually go broke. And you still have a good woman, but the family is the problem. I know a friend of mine this happened to. And he had to split with the girl that he was in love with. And she was in love with him. But he had no choice. He had to split because of the family. Or he would have gone broke. If you weren't strong enough to break that relationship, then you would go broke and you would end up destitute. This happens as well. I mean, when I say you need to be independent in your thinking and strong-minded, you have to be like that to be a successful expat, in my opinion. So that's another 15 minutes of advice for you guys, especially you new guys, who really don't understand how things work here. You really need to watch all of the advice videos. If you're going to move here, then watch the advice videos because they really contain gems of information that you really need to know, if you're going to come live here and not get scammed, not get ripped off. You can do it. You can do it, but you have to be intelligent about it. You have to understand what's going on, Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and share the video with your friends. It helps me a lot. And as I said before, please look below and click Instagram, and then you can have a look at the Patreon clips for free. And if you want to join, please join Patreon. So now we're actually getting to the bottom end of the proper Wongamat Beach. You see those buildings in front, that's the big hotel, and there's the condos. This is where the proper Wongamat Beach starts. So we've walked all the way up from the Dusit Tani, all the way up past the rocks, everything, and we're now on Wongamat Beach proper. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much, and I shall see you on the next video.